To our Thursday night Freedom Revolution. As I said just a few minutes ago, my name's Sarah Beardmore. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm a mom of 3 boys, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys. We're here in order to network with mission-driven people on the topic of family health. You've been invited to this call tonight because somebody respects you and cares about you and wants to know what we're up to and what we've been up to and what we're doing. So we're part of this community called the Healthy Living Revolution. Myself and these 3 amazing speakers on here tonight with me, plus thousands of others, are part of this awesome community that are helping people take their health back in really simple ways. So this is just going to be fun. You just can enjoy, relax, sit back, and perhaps you'll think of somebody that needs to hear this message. And you know what? We're just grateful that you're here and willing to maybe share that message. So to kick it off, I'd like to ask you guys a question. Would you agree that being healthy in today's world can be somewhat challenging? I know I can't see all your faces nodding, and maybe for some of you it's not, but for the majority of people it is, right? We love to look good. Of course, we want to feel good on top of that. We want to live a long life. We want our families to be healthy. And if you're a parent, I'm sure you want your kids to be healthy, right? So we know it's our job to make this happen, to try to make it happen. But unfortunately, it can be super complicated. It can be unpleasant. It can even be really confusing. Sometimes we hear good things about the bad things and bad things about the good things. For instance, I'll use this scenario tonight. I made a huge pot of broccoli, and my son sure tells me that it's bad for me. I was like, no, it's not. And I look it up, and sure enough, it says it can cause hypothyroidism. I'm like, okay, this is new to me. I don't know if it's true. I'm not putting the rumor out there, but I'm just going to say, Jim's shaking his head, no, it's not. And I want to say that, but that's going to be confusing to somebody who maybe doesn't know where to find the research, right? So that's where we come in. I'd like to introduce you to a movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. And the goal of the Healthy Living Revolution is to come alongside families who want to have better health, to meet them where they're at and empower positive changes along the way. So we're going to take you through 3 doorways tonight that allow us to do that and inspire healthy living around the world. The first is our free resource, okay? Our second is the nutritional support. And the third is the organization that makes it all possible. So to begin with, I'm going to speak to you about the free resources. The team at Healthy Living Revolution has created a selection of fantastic resources for families to use. We've got cookbooks of clean eating. We've got short webinars on trending health topics for nutrition education. We've got a home fitness series for people who don't have access to a gym or maybe are intimidated to go to a gym. And we've got our Start Strong program, which is one of my favorite programs. This program is designed to raise a generation of active, healthy children in a positive view of their body with good nutritional habits. There's videos on there that they can watch of kids inspiring kids and different recipes and fun things. How many kids are on YouTube all the time? Let's give them the Start Strong program where they can actually be motivated by active, healthy kids instead of all this silliness, right? So if you want to take a look at these resources, just get with the person that brought you onto this call tonight, and they'll be happy to give you the link for that. The second thing that we're going to talk about tonight is our nutritional support. So we want to talk about nutrition, which is the foundation of good health. We've kind of discussed that just a minute ago. You know, we know that we need to flood our bodies with a variety of all the most important foods, which is all raw fruits, vegetables, and berries, right? They're not just good for you, they're great for you. They help you recover, they help with cell growth, they help you for vitality and health. It's critical that you get tons of variety into your diet every single day. We're actually supposed to be eating a variety of 9 to 13 servings each and every single day. So I'm going to say that again, each and every single day, 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. In an ideal world, that would be fantastic. But if you think about it, when was the last time that you ate 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables? And if you did you eat a whole bowl of popcorn? Because I think corn is a vegetable. But reality is that you're probably not getting the variety that you need. You might be eating the same things over and over. I know I have picky kids and they tend to eat a lot of carrots, not so much the broccoli, hence the not so healthy game plan tonight. Got it? So anyways, tonight we're going to be talking about our amazing nutritional support called Juice Plus. And I've got one of my favorite people, Miss Patricia Dean, who is just so passionate, and she's a mom, and she is going to share with you guys some information and share her own personal story. So go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Sarah. I am
You know what, Patricia, could you turn up your volume, or maybe it's mine? Oh, it's mine. You go ahead. You're good.
All right, ready?
You're good. It's me.
Hey, everyone. I am so excited to be here and share my story. But first, yes, let's talk about what is Juice Plus. If you've heard of it or you haven't, I'm going to tell you what it is. 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It's non-GMO. It's NSF certified, which means it's checked and rechecked, and then our bottles are stamped to say it's pure whole food and nothing more, no contaminants. I like to call it a salad bar in a capsule. It's important for you to understand the process that our fruits and vegetables go through to be encapsulated or put into this chewable form. So first of all, our fruits and vegetables and berries are completely vine ripened. Unlike a lot of the produce that you see in your grocery store, these fruits, veggies, and berries remain attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed. That's amazing. So the fruits and vegetables are then ground up, which is better than simply juicing, because we are using the entire whole food, including the peels, the leaves, the skins, the seeds, whenever possible, because that's where we get much of our nutrition. And for example, an orange, most of the vitamin C in an orange is found in the peel. And I don't know about you, but I have not been eating my orange peels. So this is good news. So all that blended produce then is dried at a very low temperature to preserve all of those live nutrients. And then it's put into easy to swallow capsules and chewables. It does not get any easier than that. So here's what I love about Juice Plus. It is scientifically proven. Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched nutraceutical product in the world, with over 35 published peer-reviewed studies in peer-reviewed medical journals. It's food. It's not a vitamin. It's not a supplement. And when you look at our labels, our bottles, we have a nutrition label, just like you would see if you picked up a bag of broccoli in the grocery store. It's food, and that's so important to us. So there's also no warning label, and it's safe for people of all ages. It's safe for pregnant women and nursing moms, children, elderly, and even professional athletes. We also have these amazing complete shakes and bars, and our shakes are completely vegan. They're gluten-free, dairy-free. They're a great like on-the-go snack or breakfast in the morning, or even a recovery after a workout. We only have a few products because we want to be the best at what we are, at what we do. Our next product is the Omega Blend. This is new and it's incredible, because did you know it's really what the fish eats that we want? That's the good stuff. So we have figured out how to bypass the fish. We got rid of the fish and we go right to the source. So now we have a full spectrum plant-based omega with omegas 5, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And our final product is an aeroponic growing system called the Tower Garden. So you can grow your own organic produce at home. And I wish I could bring out and show you mine, but I can't. And finally, our last program, our big program right now, it's a 4-month program with a 10-day jumpstart, and it's called the Shred 10. So together, we shred the foods and habits that are not serving us, and we stay closely connected for support and encouragement. Feel free to check out shred10.com or get with the person who invited you. But now I am always like so excited to share my story, because before Juice Plus, I had very little hope. My family has some very serious health issues. I have lupus, and just over 4 years ago, it completely had me. I had gone from someone who was very outgoing and on the go to someone who literally needed help getting out of a chair. I was beyond exhausted all of the time. I had so many symptoms, from mouth sores and full body inflammation and joint pain, and my hair was coming out. It was absolutely horrible, and I really was stuck. I was stuck between a place of not really living and not dying yet. And although I would never consider like taking my own life, I do very clearly remember times thinking that my family might be better off without me. So we tried multiple medications, and ultimately I ended up on weekly cancer drugs and daily prednisone. And, you know, I listened to the doctors, but this is what they gave me. And there really was no light at the end of a very dark tunnel. So as my health issues weren't enough, I also have a son who was born with a very serious genetic disease called cystic fibrosis. And in CF, a simple cold can be so dangerous, and they are prone to pick up infections that can cause life-threatening lung infections, needing antibiotics that over time they develop resistance to. So it's so important to keep them as healthy as possible. And in addition, I'm married to a wonderful firefighter. And I know when a lot of you hear that, you know, that whole profession, you think of the obvious dangers. But I'm more concerned about the hidden dangers of cancer and cardiovascular disease that the statistics are climbing. And so my family really needed me. I needed to get us as healthy as possible, and I wasn't giving up. And so I started looking for people like me who had autoimmune but were doing well, and I kept coming back to nutrition every single time. And so I don't believe it was by any coincidence at all that while we were on our annual summer vacation, we stumbled onto Juice Plus, and it totally made sense to me. The timing was perfect because our annual beach trip was getting very difficult because the sun would literally like hurt my skin and cause me to be like physically ill. So we started Juice Plus in 2013. We have not missed a single day, none of us, since we started, and we never will. We have experienced such improvement, like in our overall health. Our immune systems are much stronger. We joke about being the most regular family. I cannot believe how many people out there believe that being irregular is normal. I did, but it's not. You can be a lot better. You know, people with cystic fibrosis also tend to have trouble gaining weight. So we put a lot of focus on high calorie and high fat and little on fruits and vegetables. So this has been such an easy way for him to get all those nutrients in without filling him up. My husband, who was always healthy, we considered him healthy, his allergies have improved. Another thing we thought was normal. His triglycerides have come down. So just so many bonuses. But for me, I'm living life again. I'm hiking. I very rarely even take a nap. And this month is very special because this month of March, it's 3 years I've been off those cancer meds and prednisone. And so to wrap all of this up in a beautiful nutshell, 2 summers ago at that same vacation spot on the beach, my husband looked me in the eyes and he said, "It is so nice to have you back." And that's what nutrition has done for us. So the product has really been the catalyst to so many great things in our health and our lifestyle. It's not a cure, but it helps us in these battles every single day. And I'm so thankful. So now let's hear from my friend Tim Penner about his Juice Plus experience.
Well, thanks, Patty. That was really inspiring. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Even though I've been athletic and usually very fit all of my life, I would always have at least 2 major colds or flus or some sickness every year that would just wipe me out for a week or 2. And I never realized that being fit didn't automatically make me healthy. And since pretty much everyone I knew got sick like me, I just thought this was normal, right? Well, then I learned about a simple way to flood my body with 30 different fruits and veggies every single day. And I can't believe the incredible difference it has made in my health and my fitness. And it's perfect for my professional athlete clients because, one, it's NSF approved. And these athletes, listen, they all have the same thing to tell me. They recover better than they've ever recovered in their life. Even injuries seem to heal faster. For example, one of my Super Bowl winning tight ends recovered and set records after having 2 hip dislocation and pelvic fracture injuries. Now, guys, that's the Bo Jackson injury, which is typically career ending. Team doctors and trainers couldn't believe how quickly he healed from these injuries. And I admit, I couldn't even believe how quickly he healed myself. Right now, I have an Olympic gold medalist client who's an NBA referee who just told me last week what he loves Juice Plus because it's helping him in his ability to recover after each game. So most importantly for me, I haven't been sick since I started eating Juice Plus. That's over 5 years ago. I mean, that's unheard of, right? So I will eat my Juice Plus for the rest of my life because, one, it feels great to feel great. Juice Plus has given me hope for a future of increase rather than decline. So I'm going to pass this on to this amazing gal. I love her, Miss Amanda Schneider.
Thank you, Tim. So for me, I was introduced to Juice Plus 6 years ago. I was pregnant with my youngest son. My boys are now 9, 7, and 5. And my chiropractor recommended it to me. It made immediate sense. I knew we weren't getting enough fruits and vegetables into our life every day. So I immediately started my whole family on it. I had been looking for it, but I didn't know it existed. Very excitedly. I can say 6 years now later, looking back, the stress that I haven't had these 6 years, whether we have a good day or a bad day, I know my family's nutritional bases are covered every day. I had a picky 2-year-old, a 4-year-old. Now even at 9, 7, and 5, their tastes are changing every day. I know I've got this tool in my box to give them. So that alone has been priceless. For me, though, I had 3 autoimmune conditions before I started. I didn't know that was really unhealthy. It was just my normal. 6 years later, I can say all 3 of those autoimmune conditions are in complete remission. I no longer have them. I'm no longer on any of my medications. So for me, Juice Plus is really a catalyst for change. I took that, I started making other healthy changes, and it's just been a lifesaver. My boys have an extremely healthy immune system. Over the last 4 years, they've maybe had 1 significant cold all at the same time. If they do get sick, it's only 1, maybe 2. Their symptoms are less, they heal faster, and it's really empowering as a mom to be able to boost their immune systems when they need that. So this is something that we will always do, because I know in our busy lifestyle, we cannot get the variety, the consistency, and the quantity that we need on a daily basis. And this is just such an easy solution for us.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. And I love hearing all of your stories. And I think that is one of the things that brought me so much passion when I first started sharing, was hearing my customer stories and the health transformations. So as I said earlier, I'm a mom of 3 boys. When I got introduced to Juice Plus, I was in the very early stages of my 3rd pregnancy as well. And what I was dealing with, I had always been into fitness and health. And I thought I ate clean, but to be honest with you, I look back and I think, wow, no, I didn't, but that's okay. There's always room for change, right? So my view on food was really skewed. It was all about like fat or skinny and like fitness, and rather than like vitality, health, and fuel. And so raising 2 young boys, ages 3 and 1.5, I guess around that time, we were really struggling because I had little picky eaters, and that affected them negatively with their immune systems. You're hearing a lot about immune systems. I think, you can look around this world and realize that we're in a crisis. And my kids were part of that crisis on a smaller level. They were dealing with chronic strep infections, ear infections. They've been on round after round of antibiotic. My one son had eczema on all of his soft joints, like his little elbows and knees and buttocks. He was anaphylactic to peanuts. He coughed year round. And I think the icing on the cake for their health trauma was when my son Carson got his annual blood work back, his first time ever getting it, and they thought he had bone tumors because his alkaline phosphatase levels were up over 3,300, and they should have been 300. So it was that moment that it all kind of, they say, hit the fan, where I was like, something has to shift, something has to change. These kids are not healthy. I am not happy. You're supposed to be happy raising kids. I felt like I was in prison. And I, by, kind of like Patricia, by, I think, no coincidence, I went home to Canada to visit my family for my mom's 65th birthday. And my cousin had married a holistic nutritionist. And I just started everything. I just wanted everything she could give me that would help. And I just told her everything. And she just looked at me and she said, I became a holistic nutritionist because my daughter had 65 food allergies, and we were basically couldn't leave the house without making every single meal for every single birthday party that we went to, for everything. And she said, I have tried everything. I've tried like holistic remedies. I've tried changing their diets. I've tried everything. She said the only thing that worked was when I put her on Juice Plus. And so I had nothing to lose, although I was a little skeptical, but I trusted her, and we put the kids on it immediately. And the first thing I noticed, like Patricia said, was just less constipation, which was huge. Not that we, want to dwell on that, but it was a big thing for us. The next thing I noticed was my son's eczema was going away, and I was really kind of mystified because we weren't able to make dietary changes with them at this point. all of a sudden I started noticing as kids were getting sick, my kids were not catching everything that was going around. And if they did get it, it was a much more milder version than it had been in the past. And then all of a sudden the frequency between them getting sick just kept getting longer and longer and longer apart. That my son, who was anaphylactic to peanuts, within a year outgrew his peanut allergy, eczema was gone, chronic cough. And now, I mean, he's been on perfect attendance aside from taking him out to go to Mexico this year. Okay. So what is so great about Juice Plus? It's not that it's all Juice Plus, it's that it's plants. And that's what our body is designed to live off of and fuel off of. And we can fall back on that research that Patricia was talking about the immune function studies, right? That's what happened was my kids' immune systems were suppressed. And with the right tools in their body, it was able to get to a place where it could start to fight things and stop attacking itself. So I am forever blessed to be able to have given this to my kids at such a young age. It's been 9 years since they've been on it. But you can imagine all of our stories, right? We get passionate. We want to share with people, because how can you keep this information to yourself and know that there's people out there hurting just like you, or needing things just like you were needing? For me, it was energy. I was exhausted. And so I felt so much more energy with Juice Plus. But that's what leads us into our third doorway that we're going to talk about, which is the company behind Juice Plus, the business side of things. Just to kind of get it going, and then I'm going to have Amanda take over. You know, we're going to talk about the Freedom Revolution here, which is our business company. The main mission of the Juice Plus company is to bring freedom through improved health. It's important to know that 80% of the products being sold to individuals are by customers. We're not a buyer's club at all. Okay, they have no affiliation with the company. Serving these customers are those of us who have partnered with the Juice Plus business opportunity. We're paid well to do a lot of good. And so now you're going to get to hear some more stories and some information. Amanda's going to lead us off with that.
Wonderful. Thanks. So the first question is, how does the Juice Plus virtual franchise work? Well, the business is open to anyone 18 years or older. Like I said, it is called a virtual franchise, and it's $50 a year to own. We have an online office and a personal website, so you can run your business from anywhere, anytime, from any device. We earn residual income by simply sharing Juice Plus. The company does everything else. They manufacture Juice Plus, they deliver it, they bill and collect for it, and they pay us by direct deposit once a month. There's no inventory to keep. The only Juice Plus that we have is for our own personal use. We have no monthly quotas or minimums to meet. All commission levels are permanent. And we have the freedom to choose our own individual pace. So you can share as little or as much as you want. You are in charge of your business. There's no glass ceiling on income or territorial restrictions. In fact, the Juice Plus company is in over 20 countries around the world. The second question that we often get is, what's so great about the Juice Plus company? It was formed nearly 50 years ago by President and founder Jay Martin, who is still at the helm today. We're privately held, debt-free, and a multi-billion-dollar company. This is really important to me, that longevity and that stability. I have a friend who spent 3 years building her business, working really hard, and the company that she had partnered with went under and was gone. So that longevity, that stability is really important and telling. Finally, we have a family benefits package at our top positions. This includes medical, dental, disability, life, long-term care, chiropractic, and prescription, along with college assistance, a holiday bonus, and a monthly expense allowance. So not only can this be used for short-term cash flow, it can be long-term wealth building and a retirement strategy. So for me, when I partnered with the Juice Plus company, I did it at the same time I ordered my product. It was just simply to get it for the best price possible. I had no intentions of doing anything with the business. However, after learning about the research behind it, I was really sad nobody had shared it with me before I got pregnant with any of my kids. Nutrition is that important, and I didn't know it at the time. So when I learned that, I naturally started sharing it with the people that I cared about. I look back to where I was when I started 6 years ago today. I was a stay-at-home mom, which I absolutely loved, but there were so many days I really felt isolated. When I quit my job to stay at home with my boys, I lost a part of my identity, and I felt really dependent on my husband. I wasn't bringing in any income into our household anymore, and that was really tough for me. Since then, I have found this amazing community with this company and these really deep connections within this community. I get to work with some of my closest friends, so I look forward to Monday mornings, and I look back and remembering when I had a job, Monday mornings were not my favorite part of the week. I also always wanted to make a huge difference in the world, and with this business, we can do that. I've been able to show my boys an empowered mom that can be there for them every day, be there for their field trips, volunteer in their classrooms, put them as a priority, and work diligently on making a difference in the world. So in our family, it's not either or, it is and that's huge. We're dreaming. We love to travel, so with this benefits package that's coming, with this increasing income that I'm bringing in for our family, we talk about where we want to spend our time and then say, let's go build our business there. So I pinch myself. It's like my paycheck is a direct reflection of the number of lives that I'm impacting. I get to work with my closest friends. I get to help other people expand their options, improve their health. And this is a job, or this is the work that I do. Does it get better than that? Not that I found.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Amanda. That's great. Thank you. Tim, let's hear from you.
Okay, I'm going to do this really quickly. You know what? I became a personal trainer when we lost our family business of 26 years, and that business was my plan A, and I had no plan B. So I chose to be a trainer, even though I knew the money wouldn't be great, because I love seeing people feel great and improving their lives. And although I absolutely love what I do, I used to have to get up at 3 a.m. every weekday to get to the gym so I could train as many people as I had on my schedule each day. And those were long, hard, often disappointing days. At times, listen, I was jealous of my clients because they were training and I didn't have the time to. Like most people, I was trading my time for money, right? And mediocre money at that. So my job took more time from my wife and my life than I wanted, but I had to do it to pay the bills. And I still really liked it, but I felt kind of trapped. Have you guys ever felt that way? Well, I finally realized that my job would never get me the things I want in life, which is financial security and time freedom and the health to enjoy that time and money. Well, so when I first heard about this opportunity, the Juice Plus franchise, I actually turned it down. I thought I knew about these types of businesses, and honestly, I didn't want to have anything to do with it. But after doing research on the amazing body of quality studies on Juice Plus, I knew I'd be sharing this information with not only my elite NFL clients, but everyone who's interested in better health. I mean, I was going to tell anyone who wanted a better life. I mean, how could I not tell? Plus, it gave me something to offer my clients, my personal training clients, that could benefit them far more than what my training did for them. But I didn't want to do the business. Okay, then I learned that just sharing the info about this nutritional option is the business. That's it. So now I choose to only work 3 mornings a week, which means I have a day off every other day, at least one day. And I'm getting far more money every month from this residual income than I was when I was working 5 days a week with a very full schedule. So I'm also looking forward to getting the full benefits package for the rest of my life. And that's something I could never afford as a personal trainer or independent trainer. You guys, this franchise has greatly improved my personal training business because my clients who choose to eat Juice Plus get much healthier and then tell their friends. And so now I have this waiting list. It's awesome. But I think the biggest benefit of this business opportunity is that it has instilled, it has given me hope that I never had before. I may well up here, tear up a little bit. Guys, I have health like I've never had before, and I have a solid, continually growing residual income that's allowing me not only to have big dreams, but to make them happen. And with that, I'm going to just turn it back over.
Oh, fantastic. I love it. I love it. Well, guys, you know what? I'm just going to be quick here with my story, but kind of same as Tim, I was not looking for a business. I had a single mom, had raised me 4 kids. She was very busy and on the go working. And not that I ever criticized my childhood. I love the house that I grew up in, but I did want to do things differently. I wanted to be a stay-at-home. I wanted to be there for my kids, all the things that Amanda is getting to do and I get to do now. I was able to do that with my husband's blessing. He was, working and I was at home. So when this opportunity came to me, it was, no, I'm okay. Thank you anyways. No, I just kept sending people to Nicole. But I quickly realized that this was a business that I could do at home with my kids by my side, and actually that they could be part of it, that it would create a community that I was so longing for, being here in Arizona alone without all my friends and family from back home. And all of a sudden, as my little baby who, I started the business shortly after he was born, as he was getting ready to go off to school, something just clicked for me and I realized, oh my gosh, I have to go back to work. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I had been certified as a personal trainer and I didn't want to do the whole trading hours, for money type thing. And so I started looking at this as a real plan A, and I started putting the time and effort into it. And by the time he went to preschool, full-time, we were at the top of the company at that national marketing director level that the girls were just talking about, or that Tim and Amanda were talking about, with the full benefit package. And it wasn't because of me, it was because of our amazing team. And but really, it's been such a blessing. It's allowed us to travel more. It's allowed us to say yes more. It's allowed us to just to free ourselves of that burden of, where are the funds coming from? Is there enough in the bank? To be able to live in a desirable area, in a beautiful home that we've always wanted to live in, that we maybe couldn't have done without it. So I feel super blessed. The future is very bright and very exciting, and I love to be able to give this gift of health and the gift of wealth to people. So in conclusion tonight, we are just so grateful that you got on this call, and I apologize that we ran a couple minutes over, I see, but I hope that you found value in it. And what I would say is that, if we inspired you guys to be healthier, we have done our job, okay? But if you heard something that you loved about Juice Plus and you could see that as a good foundation for your health, get with the person that invited you onto this call. And if you heard something about the business that struck a chord, or maybe you were hearing something about Juice Plus and you thought of 5 other people or 3 other people, okay, we are looking to work with people. We're looking to network and work with people who want this freedom revolution. This opportunity gives parents the financial peace of mind that they can be mom and dad instead of having childcare. People raising their kids, hardworking professionals can have the choice to build their own dreams instead of someone else's. College kids can build a side gig that will allow them to concentrate on school and not have to work as much through school. And empty nesters can increase their retirement plan, so they have more to live off of and more to give to future generations. This all takes place using this freedom revolution that we just shared with you. So I'm going to leave you with this quick question. If your life is the exact same in 10 years with your health and your finances, are you satisfied? If you're not satisfied with your health, what are you doing? Could you see Juice Plus as a solution to helping you, or a step to getting you pointed in the right direction? And your finances, what are you doing about that? Are you going back to school? Are you looking for a new career? Are you looking for a new job? Could this possibly be what you're looking for? Thank you guys so much, and make it a great weekend. Bye, guys. I don't know how to end it. You're with me all night.